Did I ever tell you the time when I was living with Robert Kelly from Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll? Right. He plays the drummer. We used to live together, and he was such a pack rat. He used to just bring shit in off of the fucking street. And I remember one time I was kind of living back and forth between L.A. and New York, and I came back from L.A. This is like the late 90s, and he had taken from off the street the most bootleg fucking Stairmaster I'd ever seen in my life. It was, I swear to God, it was made out of like, I don't even know what, it was like, whatever the material was, it just qualified to be metal. And I remember it was white with these red stripes, and you got on the fucking thing, and it had this little digital clock, and you'd start going on it, and as you held the handles, like any sort of body weight would like sort of bend. The whole thing fucking moved, like the frame that it was on. And I remember he got it and he stuffed it over in the corner. And I just went like, I was like, Bobby, what the fuck is that? He was like, dude, what are you talking about, dude? It's a Stairmaster. I got it off the sidewalk. I got it for free, dude. You want to use it? It's like, no, dude, I'll go to the gym. Fucking gym's like $15 a month. Who gives a shit? So I remember watching him using it one time, and I was laughing my balls off. Because he weighed like, and he wasn't, the size he is now. I'm not trying to make fun of him here. He was 10 times the size of the thing. It looked like it was built for an 8-year-old. And he was over in the corner like, in its little ass fucking living room as I'm trying to watch this little kitchen TV that we had that was sitting on this TV VCR. Oh my God. TV VCR stand that I made in wood class, like my junior or senior year in high school, that I gave to my dad. And you were supposed to put the TV on top of it, and then underneath it was the VCR, and then it had two doors that opened on the bottom, like cabinets, and in there you put all your VHS tapes. My dad took I gave it to him, he took the back off the thing, and he stuck the TV underneath it. And it was so stupid, you had to lay on the floor to fucking watch it. It was classic my dad, like he's just, I guess I'm like him, like I just see shit, I don't see it for what it is. And then people look at me like, dude, what the fuck is wrong? That same way that when I stand in front of a stove, and it says turn on the front burner, to me, it's what everybody else considers the back burner. Because the way I look at the stove is it's like I'm standing behind a car. I don't know why. I just look at it like, I don't know, maybe that's my low self-esteem, like I'm standing in the back of the line, so the front of the line's I have no fucking idea. So he took the back off it and shoved the TV under there. And I remember all my friends who, also took shop class, when they would come over my house like years later drinking, they'd be like, dude, what the fuck is the TV? And I was like, dude, I don't even want to tell you. My dad took the back off. He ripped the shelf out and he just stuck the TV down there. And they were laughing. They thought it was the funniest fucking thing ever. They went, here you go, Dad. Merry Christmas or whatever. And yeah. Just fucking, he modified it. So anyway, when I moved out, I got it back, minus the back or the shelf. And I remember it was a proud moment that I put this little piece of shit TV on top of it. So that thing's sitting on top. We got a VCR underneath it, and then a bunch of fucking tapes and shit, like Waterboy and all that stuff that was coming out in the late 90s. And we had all these Adam Sandler movies and all this shit that was in there. So I'm sitting down. Oh my God, let's bring it back. I had a fucking couch and like a lazy boy but it didn't recline, that was from my dad's dental office from the early 70s. So it had this horrific floral pattern, and it was made out of this wood that weighed like 9 million. It took like 10 guys to pick up the fucking sofa. And of course it was busted. So I'm sitting there, right? And I'm in the fucking lazy boy that doesn't recline. And Bobby's over in the corner on this fucking hunk of shit Stairmaster. I'm trying to watch TV, and he's over in the corner going, yeah, fucking sweating and shit. And I'm laughing my balls off. He's going, fuck you, dude. Stop making me laugh, dude. Right? He's trying to go on this thing. And, is this the day? I may be combining days. I just remember going into the bathroom, And as I was in the bathroom, you walked out, like this big living room. It was a railroad apartment, right? So you walk to the right. He's in the back left of the room. I walk to the right and then immediately make a right into the bathroom. So it's like a fucking hairpin turn. So I go in, take a piss, and as I come walking out, Bobby had picked up a racquetball and threw it as hard as he could to hit the wall. It ricocheted. It was a perfect shot. Ricochet. He couldn't even see me. Ricocheted off the wall, came right in and hit me right in the mouth and like split my lip a little, made my lip bleed. And I remember I had an audition to do Conan O'Brien that night at the fucking at the comic strip, and I was so fucking mad at him, and he was dying laughing because, dude, it was like a 1 in a million shot. It was literally like Larry Bird, off the fucking camper, off the house, blah, 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 nothing but net. Like, he couldn't even see me. He was on this fucking piece of shit Stairmaster he found from off the side, like, and he fucking just fired this thing. Hit me right in the goddamn mouth. So I had to sit there and put pressure on it. And he kept saying he was sorry, but I knew he wasn't. And then I had to get him back. And that's what it was like living with him. Oh, fuck, man. I don't know how I came up with that. That was a long ass time ago. I moved into that place in 1995, and I moved out, I want to say, in 2000. This fucking railroad apartment, and I had a walk-through bedroom and this little single bed mattress fucking thing, just sitting on a frame. And I remember my roommate, this Nigerian dude who was into the Rangers, played hockey and all that shit. He had to walk through my bedroom to get either to his bedroom or to go into basic railroad apartment means it's just side by side. So it went his bedroom and then my little half a bedroom and then the living room. Then there was a little hallway with the bathroom and then the kitchen. And it was all just lined right up like people standing in line for some coffee or some shit. So he had to walk through my bedroom. So obviously there was a tremendous lack of fucking privacy. And I remember living there. And then when I started living in L.A., I subletted it out to Bobby, and then the roommate was cool to let me come back when I was in New York to crash there for like a week or so. We were all young guys. We didn't give a fuck, right? So it was fine. And I remember after a while, a couple years of being there, I remember Bobby telling me, going like, dude, we were talking about getting an apartment. Like, dude, we should just get an apartment. I can't fucking do this anymore. I can't live like this anymore. We were living like animals. And I remember Bobby just going, dude, I just want a door. I just want a door to a room that's mine that I can close. And I remember just sitting there, oh my God, that'd be unbelievable. Like that was the big fantasy back then. To just have a fucking door that you could close. Jesus Christ. Was that 20 fucking years ago? I guess it was. I'm an old man.